Okay, so in this video I will tell you what I have done with this Dyna so far. We are going to start from the RPM gauge. Yes, Daytona Velona 60, this one. You might recognize this metal piece here, yeah, because it is taken actually from Harley Davidson RPM gauge, from this one. That's the mini RPM gauge that Harley was selling at one point. I bought it for a very good price with this mounting piece here, you know, which was very important for me, because the size of it is basically the same as the RPM gauge from Daytona. And I was trying to fix it, you know, because like this condensator was loose here. It was like working, let's say, but it was not showing the right RPMs. So after all, it's like, you know, useless, yeah. But maybe one day I will have some time to actually check it, yeah, what's wrong with it, you know, and so on. Let's talk about this RPM gauge, because it's kinda perfect for Dyna. The case is metal, you know, some kind of alloy. It fits perfectly in this metal piece here, yeah. I still have to change those mounting brackets. I have different ones, you know, coming probably next week, probably. And what about wiring? I will show you on the screen, you know, something about wiring right now. In case of 2015 Dyna Fat Bob, you care basically about 4 wires. The first one is white. Yes, white wire is going to be your signal wire, okay? White one. In case of this RPM gauge model, yeah, white. The white is the signal wire, okay? The red one, in this case, would go to the lights, you know. So whenever you are going to switch the ignition on, it will get power to turn on, right? Obviously. Then you have yellow, okay? Yellow wire is going directly to the battery. It's very important because this gauge has to be set, you know, for this bike, and it has to keep those settings in memory. So the yellow wire has to go directly to the battery, okay? And the black wire, obviously, it will go somewhere to the ground, yeah, like anywhere. So you care about those 4 wires. And in case of Harley Davidson, the white wire is going, I will show you. The white wire is going here, look, like that, and it's going there to the crankshaft position sensor. You are taking signal from the crankshaft position sensor. Yes, it's basically here, you know, the connector is here, it's kind of covered, yeah, but you have 2 wires, a black one and a red one, and you are connecting the white wire to the red one, and that's it. After you will connect everything, yeah, you can basically turn on, look, and then you have to set this RPM gauge, yeah. There are 2 buttons here, I don't know if you can see. We are pressing them together for a while. Oh, look, you have the right setting. 30p per 1 R, 30 pulses per 1 revelation. And obviously you can change it, yeah, it can be 1-1, 1-2, 2-1, or 30 per 1. For Harley Davidson, whenever you are taking the signal from the crankshaft position sensor with this RPM gauge, always 30-1. That's it. You can save it. Obviously you have like more settings here, yeah, and you have even more wires like green ones, you know, brown ones, blue ones, but we don't care about it, yeah? We just don't care about it. Only those 4 wires: white, yellow, red, and black. After you will connect everything and set 30 to 1, that's it, you know, it's ready to work. Simple as that. In my case, I have this switch here, yeah, because my headlights are using this switch, so I was not able to connect the red wire to headlights, yeah. So my red wire and my yellow wire are going directly to the battery, you know. That's why I have this switch. I had to do it because I have plans to put, look, this gauge, which is from I don't know, like Electra, Road Glide, you know, like stuff like that, Touring, I don't know. It's Harley Davidson, you know, it's oil pressure. And I have this one, voltmeter, yeah. This one I still have to take apart and clean this glass here, yeah, because it's very dirty inside and outside, yeah. I have already cleaned this one, yeah, it's perfect, it's just perfect. I just took it apart. I was using this paste, you know, and this to clean it. Very easy. You are not going to damage the glass. And look, I bought something like that on AliExpress. Just give me a moment. I will show you. I will show you how it's going to work. Look. Look at this. It's perfect, you know. This case is just perfect for those gauges from Harley. I will buy a second one like that, and it's going to be here, mounted like that. One here and the second one here. But obviously I need those different mounting brackets, you know, and I will make something so it will work like that, you know, here and here. And then those all 3 gauges, you know, volts, oil and RPM gauge, everything will be turning on from this switch. Yes. So that's the plan, you know, that's the plan. Why not to connect everything to the gauge, the main one, you know? In 2015 Fat Bob we have CAN bus system, and as far as I know, CAN bus has always some kind of voltage, you know, some kind of power inside, even when your ignition is off. So whenever I had RPM gauge connected to this gauge, you know, like to CAN bus itself, it was just turning itself on, and it was staying on even though the switch was off. So I don't know, I'm not a fan of CAN bus. I don't know a lot about it because usually I had bikes from 80s, you know, and 90s, so I just prefer to have a switch, you know, and that's it. Maybe there is some way to connect everything directly to the CAN bus, even though this RPM gauge is not made for the CAN bus system, but maybe there is a way, you know, I don't know. And if you have watched previous videos, you might notice that I have a different air filter, yeah, that's the previous one. Look, the only difference is the size, you know, and the size is very important because whenever you are sitting, look, right now I actually have a place and space here for my leg, you know, it's more comfortable. With the old filter I didn't have a lot of place. It was kinda uncomfortable for many hours of riding. So this oil pressure gauge will go away, yeah. We are going to switch oil sensors, I have this one. I'm able to connect the oil light and the oil pressure gauge, you know, this one, to this sensor, and I will just run a wire up here. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. Oh, look, and I have this, look. It's actually metal, like a solid metal. It's crazy because usually you have those hand guards made out of plastic, yeah? Those are just pure metal, you know, like, damn, I like it. Nice. And I'm slowly experimenting with this mounting bracket, you know, right here, because the camera stick will go from here like that, you know, so I will have nice angle, you know, to make some footage. But the old mounting bracket, you know, was transferring a lot of vibrations here and to the camera, so it was kind of shaking. But with this one I'm going to use some kind of plastic rubber bushing, you know, here and here and maybe even here, so it's going to catch some of those vibrations. I don't know, I will test, you know. And that's basically all of it for now. I will just wait for the new mounting brackets so I can mount those, you know, gauges here, and I will see how it's going to work and how it's going to look like. Yeah. Oh yeah, look. That's basically the setup, you know. It's something like that. Oh my god, yeah. Like that. I will show you the picture, how it looks like, the angle from the back. It looks really good, you know. Oh my god, just go here, okay? Yeah, it looks really good, and slowly but surely I'm going with it.